truly maximize an opportunity like this? What does it take? All of us are here right now. We're at the infancy stages of At Cost Metal. How do we take this and make life-changing money? What do we need to do? Where do we go from here? What are we doing today? First of all, the first thing you have to do is you have to make a decision. That's the very first thing. And again, it's not a convincing decision. I'm not here to convince you. Sir Don's not here to convince you. Tammy's not here to convince you. Terry's not here to convince you. The people that invited you here, they're not here to convince you. They want to expose you to what we're doing. You have to make your mind up. Am I in or am I out? And whatever decision you make, that's fine, but make one. Am I in or am I out? And if I'm in, what do I want from this? What am I looking to accomplish from this? Am I looking to earn just an extra $1,000 a week, $1,000 a month, $500 a month, whatever it is, it's okay, but you have to figure out what you want from this. What do you want from this? And then you have to ask yourself, are you willing to put in what is required to get what you say you want? And it doesn't require a lot, but it requires some consistency. It requires some consistency. It requires you plugging into the Zoom. These Zooms that we have, they're not just for guests, they're also for you. Because as long as you're plugging in, you can stay motivated, you can stay fired up, and you're going to learn something every single time you're on here. So the Zoom meeting, typically it's a power 30-minute Zoom. It's not just for your guests, it's also for you. So make a decision that you're going to plug into all the Zooms or the time-committed Zooms that you commit to your business, whether that is where you want to give this business 20% of your time, 40% of your time, 80% of the time, whatever you decide. If it's 20%, you give it the best 20% you can. That's all you got to do. Commit to what you say you're going to give it, but you got to be willing to do it. Okay, so you make that decision. Okay, and then you got to know why you're doing it. We talk about that. So why are you doing this? Figure out that why. And it's got to be bigger than money. I'm going to be honest with you. There's too many things we can do out here for money. So your why needs to be bigger than money. It needs to be so big that why can make you cry if you just sit up and think about it. If you lay your head down at night and you think looking at the ceiling, why? Your why needs to put some emotions in you because it's the why that's going to drive you. Okay, it's the why that's going to drive you. And what I'm sharing with you, it's not just for this business, it's any business. You got to commit to any business. You got to know why you're doing any business. You got to have some goals on any business. So it's not just this. I hope you understand that. Okay. All right. So now you got your why, right? You got your goal. You know what you're looking to accomplish. What's the next step? Okay. Figure out what membership level you're going to start at. Okay. People typically do what you do and not what you say. So be careful of how you start because that's how others may start. People do what you do, not what you say. So as you introduce to people, they're going to say, well, how did you get started? What membership did you take? Well, I took the 149, but guess what they're going to do? Oh, okay, I guess I do the 149 too. And as leaders, we want the best choice. Why? It pays you more. They get metal immediately. They get a longer membership, right? And it's more money into the tree. So this is a business, right? And we're serious. I don't treat this like some hobby. This is not just one of them things that I'm doing. If you treat it like a hobby, then guess what? It's going to pay you like a hobby. I treat it like I have an office where I'm paying $10,000 a month for that office space. I treat it like a real business. Do you understand? Okay. So develop mindset where you can get there mentally. All right. And if you're not there, if you hang around us long enough, trust me, it'll start to rub off on you. You'll start to get some of it, but you got to be around it. You got to stay close to the fire. And that's this group right here. That's us. Okay. And as we're doing this and your team is doing that, we're all getting it. And our belief system gets higher and higher and higher. Now, let me share something with you. Let me give you the secret sauce when it comes to this industry. Let me go to my whiteboard here real quick and help you understand where you are right now. Timing of where you are. Timing of where you are. Can everyone see my whiteboard? Can you see my whiteboard? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Help you understand where we are. Okay. A lot of you have seen this. This is called the S curve, but you got to understand what it means. All right. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me go here. I think I can do this. Okay. All right. It's like they call it the S curve or the bell curve. All right. We got boom, formulation. We got concentration. We got momentum and we got stability. All right. All right. Okay. Here's what I need you to understand. Every single network marketing company will go through 4 phases of growth. Every single one of them. They're going to go through formulation, concentration, momentum, and stability. All right. 4 phases of growth. Every single company goes through. All right. Most people don't find out about a company until they're already in stability or they're already in momentum. Most people. Okay. Stability is those companies that are a household name. They're not going anywhere. They've been around 10 to 15 years. Mary Kay, Amway. Can't see anything? Hold on. So hold on. Let me share my screen again. Let me stop. Let me close my board out. Nobody do anything. Let me make sure you can see it. If you can see it, I'm gonna need somebody to tell me they can see it. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me do something real quick. Let me do something. Okay. Can everyone see my whiteboard now? All right. I'm having no, sir. Still can't see it. Ah. Okay. So nobody can see it. Okay. So let me do this. Let me turn this on. All right. So 4 phases of growth that every company goes through. If you look, it's like an S curve. You just come across and then it jumps up and then it levels off. Okay. Formulation, that's the beginning. Okay, excuse me. Concentration is beginning. Formulation is the company begin forming, and then it really spikes up in momentum, and then it starts to level off in what they consider to be stability. All right. So whereas at Cost Metals, when we look at this S curve in the S bell, all right, we're in formulation. We're at the very, very, very beginning infancy stage. We haven't really opened the doors and launched yet. Okay. Most people don't find out about an opportunity during this phase. As a matter of fact, most founders and owners of company, they look for professional network marketers during this time. Why? Because they understand that professional network marketers have the vision to understand timing of where they are, and they're willing to build through the pain of change to get to that momentum phase. Build through the pain of change to get to the momentum phase. That's what most professionals know, and the owners know. So they're looking for the professionals. The normal, everyday, ordinary person, they're like, well, when we gonna launch? Well, they're not gonna launch. Well, I don't know if they're really gonna launch. Matter of fact, you know what? They may not launch. So I don't think I'm really gonna do this because they may not launch. That's why the owners of companies don't look for everyday ordinary people, because they don't have that vision. They don't have that thick skin that's required during the concentration phase, the formulation stage. Okay, those people, they're coming later on. But they're looking for visionaries who are looking at the company, getting excited, not so much about where they are today, but more importantly, where the company is going. You hear me? And they understand the leader, they want to build that team up into momentum. If the momentum is already there, a lot of leaders go, oh, I missed it. Oh, it's all right. Oh, I missed that. That's how a lot of the big networkers and leaders think. They want to build that into momentum as opposed to joining it in momentum. Are you hearing me? So in formulation, we're in the infancy stages. And if you have been invited and you're in that infancy stages, just know you have an incredible opportunity. Formulation is when the company begin to form this and form that, tweak this and tweak that, and prepare for the momentum phase. Momentum is when checks can jump as much as 10 times. You make it 500 a month, multiply it by 10. You make it 10 grand a month, multiply it by 10. It's like a freight train running downhill, no gears, no brakes. You couldn't stop it even if you wanted to. That's momentum. 80% of your top income earners from this industry join the company during formulation, concentration. 80%. That means if you're trying to make the type of income of the stories that you've heard about from this industry, and you're getting involved in stability, in the momentum, that's like saying you got to be the Tiger Woods of this industry, the Venus Williams of this industry. You got to be the best of the best of the best. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but man, Formulation and concentration, someone who really goes to work and plug into the system. That's when you hear a story about, Betty, the soccer mom, is making more in a month than most people make in 2 years because Betty took advantage of the time and then Betty plugged in and went to work. She took action. No excuses. So you have to make up in your mind, are you willing to do that? And if you are, you plug in, you plug in, you plug in. You plug in, and then you got exposed. Taking advantage of where we are. Before we launch, what is your goal? You should already be an affiliate. You should already be a silver. You should already be a gold before we launch. If not, what are you doing with your time? You're wasting pure, precious time, the most valuable asset we have. You're wasting it. You are wasting it. So, and listen, everybody's not wasting it. There are people on here going to work because please understand this. There will be record-breaking income stories from this company. Are you hearing me? And you will hear about it. And you can say, that's me, or you can say, man, I shoulda and I coulda and I woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is make up your mind. You know what? I'm going to do this. So what do I have to do? You have to expose. What do I got to do? You got to invite people on the Zoom. We're doing the work for you. How many presentations have you done? You don't have to do them. There's so many nice videos that are out there that you can use, not to convince people, sorting for people. And trust me, if you show that video to enough people, you're going to find people say, man, I like that. What I got to do? Where's your link? It will happen. But you got to be willing to go through the numbers. You got to be willing to go through the numbers. Tammy has 100 people that she enrolled. She's gone through the numbers. To get 100, she's probably gone through 1,000. More than 500 to get 100. Do you understand? She was willing to go through the numbers. And you know why she was willing to go through the numbers? Because she knew what she had her hands on. She's been here before. She's built something like this before. And she didn't want to sell cars anymore. She had a why. She had a why. That why drove her. And she's not the only one. There are so many others that are really maximizing, taking advantage of the timing that we have. The question is, will you? Will you? But if you make up your decision that you can and that you will, and you can. And there are a lot of people here that will help and support you and work with you and do meetings for you and talk to your prospects for you. There are leaders that you are part of teams that are saying, get me on the phone with as many people that are interested as possible. I'm open. What we got to do? Because they want to help you succeed. They want to help you win. You just got to do the work. In my opinion, you want to become a professional sorter. Professional sorter, someone that is looking for what we have. You're sorting. And I've been to 26 different countries, and I've seen a professional sorter just about in every country except one, Singapore. A professional sorter is someone that holds that sign up on the corner and say, we'll work for food. They're sorting for people who would say yes. And they go in knowing when they stand on that corner, everyone is not going to say yes. They're standing there, the light's red, they're just walking down, going to the next car, next car, next car, next car. They get a lot of no's. They get a lot of, I'm not interested. But I have yet to see one fold up their sign and say, this thing don't work. I've never seen one do it. They will stand there long enough and ask enough people to collect enough money so that they can eat for the day. Their why is big enough. They're sorting. And then never forget this. People mind change with time and circumstances. So the no's that you get today may change 3 months from now, 6 months from now. They may want to see how long you stay in it. You may have been in so many different deals and switched so many different times, they don't trust the new deal that you're in. Maybe the situation. And they'll never tell you that because they love you, but they understand they may not trust your business opinion. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you. They want to know, are you going to commit to this one? It sounds good. Girl, that really... So you got to hang in the game long enough to allow your efforts to compound over time. Stay in the game long enough. Allow your efforts to compound over time by being consistent, taking action. Sorting for people who want what we have to offer. Being a professional sorter. And if you ask enough, somebody's going to say, here you go. I've driven by people on the corner so many times and said, no, no, no. All of a sudden, something hit my spirit that day. I let down my window. Here you go. I said yes. People might change with time and circumstances. And you never know down the road there's somebody that told you no. Something happened in their life where they go, girl, you still working that business? How's that gold business working? How's that coming along? You need to have a story. Create your story. You're at the beginning of something where you can create your story. I hit the first rank. I'm an affiliate. I mean, I can earn up to $2,000 a week, part-time, spare time. That's $104,000 a year. What? You got that kind of income potential? Yeah, more than what I can earn on my job for doing less work. Come on, create your story. How do you pique interest? Look, I got something that looks pretty good to me, and I trust your opinion. Do you mind taking a look at this and see if you see what I see? Simple. I didn't mention silver or gold. If they ask me, what is it? Oh, it's something about buying gold at cost. Buying gold at cost. Yeah, no markup. Buying gold at cost. Can you take a look and see if you see what I see? Piquing interest. You didn't bomb it on them with information and you send them a video. I need you to take a look at this and see if you see what I see. I trust your opinion. This looks pretty good to me, but I need you to take a look at it. Can you take a look at that for me? And then you got to follow up. It does no good if you're going to send them a video and never ever follow up. That's where all your fortunes are, in the follow-up. You got to follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. If you see that video I sent you, I told you I need your opinion. No, I didn't get a chance to look at it. When do you have 15 minutes? This is serious. I really need you to take 15 minutes and look at what I sent you. I need to know if you see what I see. I need to know if I'm crazy. Can you look at that and tell me if I'm crazy or not? That's it. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to take a look. Look, John, if I could show you how to pay as little as $149 for the year to buy all your gas with no markup, would you do it? Got something you need to take a look at. It's only 15 minutes. Can you take 15 minutes, take a look at this and see if you see what I see? That's it. Now, I know we've got internet marketers on here and you're doing all, that's great. I do some of that too. I do it all. I've been in this industry a long time, long before the funnel systems and all of that. A lot of the people that are in my business didn't come from any internet marketing. It comes from me talking to people. Talking to people. You got to start somewhere. And if you're doing internet marketing, that's going to take a little bit of capital to do it right, to where it makes sense. It didn't cost me nothing to say, hey, I need you to take a look at this and see if you see what I see. That didn't cost me anything but 10, 15 seconds. So no excuses, as Sir Don said. None. There's too many people accomplishing amazing things with no arms, no legs, playing basketball, doing gymnastics. You can't give me no excuse. None. And I'm going to be honest with you. Although I've been to 26 countries and I'm an American, Americans are the ones that feel like they are the most entitled. Americans feel like, oh, I'm supposed to have everything, or it's supposed to be this way. And I see people in other countries flat out work Americans when it comes to an opportunity. They see something, they're seizing it. I think we have a terrible disease in America called satisfied-itis. Some of us are just so satisfied with being on the merry-go-round, where this week looked like last week. Tuesday, last week looked just like last Tuesday. It's just America around. We're just going around and around and around. And you look up, it's 30, 40 years then gone by. And I see people that work in companies for 35 and 40 years expected to retire and then have no pension. No pension. And they trusted in the company, gave half their life, and they're ready to walk out the door and there's no money. You have a solution. You have a solution to share with these individuals. You give everyone an opportunity to turn at-cost metals down. You give them an opportunity to say no. You give them an opportunity to say no. It hurts my heart. I watched this one video. I started to play this video. And this man was like, what do you mean my pension is gone? I've been here 30-some years, giving all my money into this pension, and it's gone? How do you think that man felt? How do you think he slept that night? I'm sure he didn't. That can almost kill a person. We have a solution to help people save, not spend, as Sir Don shared with you, to save. All you got to do is open your mouth and share it with someone. And there's tools and systems in place for you to do it and just follow up and earn some money in the process. Some of y'all work way harder than that on your job. This does not require any heavy lifting. All this requires a change of mindset. That is what's required, a change of mindset. That's why I love Nike's logo and slogan, just do it. Just do it. No excuses, just do it. Just do it. Go out and do it and watch what happens. There's a window of opportunity here because of timing that many of you can capture. I've been in that window position before. I wish I could tell you exactly what's going to happen, and I'm doing the best I can. There's a window here that many of you can capture and have unbelievable things happen for you and your family. But don't take the moment in time for granted. The window will close. There's only one formulation. There's only one concentration. No network marketing company has ever gone through momentum twice in the same market. It's never happened. Those 4 phases of growth only happen once in each market. Are you going to wait till the masses come? You're going to wait till somebody call you about at-cost metals when you should have been calling them? That's a choice and decision that you have to make. It's go time. You should be silver. You should be gold. And don't make your minimums your maximum. Once you hit gold, the question I need to ask you is, how many golds have you created? Once you hit silver, how many silvers have you created? How many people have you lifted up? To lift you up, we must be on higher ground. How many have you lifted up? You become an affiliate, go help someone else become an affiliate. You know how to do it now. And guess who can do it? Anybody. Anybody can do it. As long as you make up your mind that you're willing to do it. Until the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change, will one change? Some of you are in a situation right now financially that's painful. Some of you are in a painful relationship. You're in pain. Why not go through the pain of change to give birth to new possibilities? It's 2024, new beginnings. You get to start right now, today. So get started today. I want to thank each one of you for your time. Our next Zoom will be Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, our 30-minute power Zoom. I want to thank Terry, thank Tammy, and thank Sir Don. I appreciate you guys so much for the value that you bring to at-cost metals. Take care, everyone, and God bless.